Just checking the stream, getting a pop out chat. Just gonna boot up my local environment, open up my scripts directory, which is where I run all the magical scripts from. Go into do not disturb mode. Oops. This is where I yarn run start, which opens live reloading every time I save in the code. And I just need to open up GitHub. From here I can open up Atom. Once this local environment is up and running, I need a password first. Now I can run yarn run start. Pull up the Project Bonsai playlist. Okay, now we've been having some problems in Chrome lately with live reloading. It's just been creating some type of loop, some bug. So we'll go to the proxy in Chrome, which is future.test. We can log in. And then instead of using localhost on Chrome, we're just going to do that in Safari. Alright, today what we're going to be working on. Yesterday we got functionality of the LMS all up and running. It's basically as far as signing up, submitting a payment, which takes you to enrollment. It uses a query string to dynamically populate the email and a hidden field that's kind of a honeypot, so nobody can hack their way through this part of the process very easily. And so you set your display name, your first, last name. That brings you to a page where you activate your account. At the same time, we got emails working yesterday through SendGrid, and they're very responsive. They're working on Apple's servers, Google's servers, and all the test servers. So SendGrid's definitely fixed that issue that we were having with Apple's servers going to spam folder. So yeah, that was pretty cool that all that was up and running. Today we're going to focus on getting the courses page populated with real courses from the future, so it starts to take shape and actually look like the future's website instead of having my dummy data or my courses here. We're also going to redesign the courses page a bit. I'm going to shrink down the size of these courses and make them at least so we can go rows of 2 side by side. I might even consider, I don't know, I'm picturing kind of like a Netflix type of interface right now, but for this site I'm getting a lot of the design inspiration from the new masterclass website, which, what? They changed the logo back? Why? I liked their new logo. Is this just an evil joke? Are they split testing it? I really liked their new logo. I don't think that makes any sense. Okay, well that's sad. Anyways, getting a lot of design inspiration from the new masterclass site, and as far as the courses go of the courses page, let's try and find some inspiration somewhere. So let's go to a category maybe. It's just a huge drop down. I'm picturing something kind of like this, but more of like a Netflix type interface. Another good site to check out is Design Code. I think he recently updated this. I haven't actually used the new site yet. Yeah, this is sexy. Wow, this design is like on point. This website feels a little faster and leaner than his last site too. Last one was kind of laggy. I wonder what this is built on. Let's take a look. Contentful for the CMS. Gatsby, and React, Lodash and Webpack, Stripe, Google Tag Manager. Yeah, I don't know if the last one was React or Angular, but it was really slow. This one seems faster. Let's do a speed test on it. DOM loaded in 1 second. That's pretty good. It might be slowing down a little bit from my live stream because it tends to do that, but that's way faster it seems like. I'll have to try it out later when I'm not streaming. Those were all lazy loaded. That's awesome. This is so sexy. I am gonna be borrowing generously from this. I don't really like the lazy loading though. It feels like it's kind of cheating to say that DOM loaded in 1 second. Lazy load them so that basically it does it immediately after the DOM render, so that you don't get this effect where you scroll down and it starts to appear, because that just seems kind of laggy. So it's kind of loading it before you even scroll down that way. but this site's awesome. As far as inspiration for listing the courses, I really like this section. Let's check out his courses page. Okay, he's got this same section, but it's 4 across. I think it was 5 across here, yeah. So here we have 4 across and probably just an infinite scroll for all the courses. I am gonna like borrow so heavily from this design. This is sexy. I just want to do a performance check next to Bonsai. See, you don't get that effect. The only thing that like popped in later was this countdown timer right here, which if I could animate that later for that to come in, that would be dope, but it doesn't have that laggy effect, and I don't know if that's React or what that is. But even if I scroll up and down again, it still seems to like lose some of the DOM rendering. Once you scrub through a couple times, it speeds up a little bit. Huh. Okay, let's see the tutorials page. Ooh, yeah, that looks really good. I love this blur effect that it has, but that could be part of the performance drop that I'm experiencing. Like an animation with the blur on top of it, if that's done through JavaScript, it's probably slowing it down quite a bit. Looks really good. It's just not so functional. I want to do an inspired design like that that's really snappy and fast loading like this. Yeah. That is a sexy design, but the performance isn't so on par. But I just want to pretty much steal this exactly. I'll change a few things so that I'm not really stealing, of course. Okay, let's check out the live streams page. And when I say he, I mean Meng2 is the creator of design code, and he is just beautiful designer. Look at this. And it's all coded in a modern framework, React. But the performance just always seems to lag a little bit. I don't know why. This page is doing pretty well. So these are some really cool sections I could use as well. So this could be like the course, and then we could embed the lessons within it, and then you could basically stack them. I think that's a really cool design, really practical. Let's see how it looks on mobile. Okay, so those just go vertical stacked. Wow. Yeah, that's perfect. That's so cool. Okay, so there's 4 visible, total of 7. Just wondering if that makes it hard to scroll. No? Okay. So I'm just gonna start screen grabbing some inspiration shots. And then I can kind of build these out as components. I might do this later where I actually embed. No, I could hard code it in there. I don't know how to do the PHP to bring that loop from the lessons from each course in there right now. That takes some research. But I could probably just hard code this. I really like this setup right here. So we've got that as a component. This on the tutorials page, it's basically the same as the courses page. Minus, you have 5 across and the 4 across with infinite scrolling. So I'll take this section. I'll take this section. The cool thing is I actually bought a graphic pack that this dude sells. So I have all of these graphics in SVG code if I ever wanted to use them. And when it comes to masterclass, I don't feel I need to like actually take any inspiration from here. I already have with the coloring on the website, but I'm not a huge fan of like slideshows like this. This part's pretty cool. Could definitely borrow some inspiration later, but when it comes down to it, I think design code is where it's at. It's just not going to be as colorful as this on the Futures website, I don't think. This is really cool for like testimonials, basically. I'm going to grab that. Really like this section as well. I wonder if he actually has like you can probably download like the design files that were the inspiration for this. Has he done a new course lately? UI design for developers. Swift UI handbook. Web app with React hooks. Flutter, yeah, there's probably some of this new website within these courses, but I don't think I'll be needing that right now. Okay, so now we have some components to borrow from. This is kind of that Netflix interface that I was talking about, but it looks a little more techy. For the Futures website, I don't know if we're going for that techy look. I'm gonna try to push it a little more in that direction and see how they like it. So next thing, let's go to the future and let's start getting some images that we can start populating. Shop. Okay. Let's see if they have any type of product images we could use from the business bootcamp. Because that would be cool if we could just showcase the different types of products that you can sell off of this platform. Business of design. I'm looking for like a thumbnail or a product image, maybe like a product mock-up or something. Nope. So maybe make one ourselves. I don't know, I could skip that product for now. Featured. Land your dream job. Huh. I wonder if I should just make new graphics. Because I want them to kind of be this vertical card style like this. Okay, that one looks really good. These ones look really good. Let's see if we can find a more fitting one for this. Okay. If there's not a good product image for it for now, we're just looking to kind of make the design look more like the futures page, so we can just grab some. I think we could just crop this one vertically. That one's really good too. Okay, so what's the dimensions? The ones we're taking inspiration from. They're kind of like a 4:3 ratio. That would be ideal. So we'll try it with real photos, and then if that's not like looking that great, then I'll just take some of these SVG images and try and find fitting ones. It's a huge image file. Okay, sites, the future, assets, images, style guide, JPEG. Should do. Could probably crop some of these ones. Okay, I don't know about this. I could either take the actual product images that exist, or I could build this as more of a generic design for Bonsai right now and focus on just building some SVGs like this. And I'm I'm designing this to my own discretion at the moment, so kind of leaning this way because then I can kill 2 birds, 1 stone potentially, because this is how I want it on Bonsai. This is the style I'll be going with. And then if we want to go like more masterclass style, then it's easy to revert back. It looks like masterclass finally started using rounded corners. That wasn't really something they did before, I don't believe. I do like these rounded corners. This design's even rounder. It's probably 8 pixels rounded or so. This one's like a 4 pixel rounded, I think. And it does kind of go from that cartoony, tacky look to more of like that masterclass, more official type of look, I think, but it's a good balance. So I think a 4 pixel rounded edge would be acceptable. You see they don't use rounded edges here. It's not necessarily intentional. Rounded edges here, rounded corners, and no rounded corners here. So they're kind of doing a mixture. I'll probably stick with just tone this back a notch, maybe like take it to 4 pixels instead of 8. We'll see. Alright, so we'll try that later if we need to, but I'm gonna close out of this for now. Oh, wait. I do want to get some course titles for dummy data. Shop courses, resources, templates. Okay, so brand messaging kit, that one is a classic. There's another classic one that's missing. Interesting. Okay, so we have land your dream job. I don't know much about that one at the moment, so I'm gonna skip that one. We'll do the boot camp as like a main feature maybe, so it might be some different little widget on top. So we're just looking for like the big ones. I think the style guide kit. I don't know much about the setup kit. The complete case study is good. The perfect proposal is good. Paid in full. Legal kit, pitch kit, and then I'm just gonna stick to the order that they were in on the site. It's in this one. Complete case study, the perfect proposal. I really like this product image. We could probably use that somewhere. stylescapes, creative skill sets. Okay, so this was just for business resources. And then this is creative skill sets, future pro group. Creative skill sets, stylescapes. Okay, I'm gonna skip over these ones at the moment because I haven't done as many of these courses. Can't speak to their notoriety. Designer's bundle. Okay. So we have a designer's bundle. We'll just skip over that, all the design stuff for now. So we have personal development. Business resources, creative skills, business skills. How to negotiate. Future pro group. Okay, here's core. That one is a classic. I mean, these are probably all classics. I want to check this one out sometime. Okay, I think that should be enough for us to start dropping some stuff in, so we'll come back to that later. We can come back to this later when we need more inspiration. I think we've got plenty right now. We've basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different components that we're probably going to be building. So let's get to it. I'm going to take a quick little break and then we'll start doing some coding, my friends. Alright. Yeah, I was just looking this over, noticing, like, you can tell I take a lot of inspiration from this site. The call to action is the same. This part's really cool. I like these lines. Eventually, I will have some testimonials on the site once some people have actually got to use the product. Those components are dope. I could do something like that eventually. And the pricing is really similar. That's really cool. Yeah, I respect the hell out of Meng2, who makes his sites, and I borrow very heavily from inspiration, but just never been a big fan of the performance, and I think it's because there's so many animations and kind of fancy things going on. So my goal is to kind of just tone it down a notch to get like a little bit better performance out of it. What I mean by that is just like how snappy it is, responsive. Like when you pick up a new iPhone and you start scrolling through it, it's very responsive, and that's like what gives it that quality, that feel. So we're going to start working on the code for these pages and designing these components. Which component do I want to start with? The one that will be used the most will be this one. So this is like the Netflix type interface, but it looks a little more techy. I bet he actually has this coded somewhere where I could grab it from, but I don't think it'll take us too long to code this from scratch, so let's get to it. So I might even hard code this first. These are PHP loops right here. Sensei is populating the courses right here, and like these lessons. This all coming from a PHP loop. I'm not great at those. Usually takes me research and stuff, not something I would do on the fly on a live stream. So I'm going to start with coding these components first. And you know, one thing we could do, just because I've never done this on the live stream before, is show you how I could turn these components into a code pen really quickly and easily. The only problem with that is that these images would need to be converted into PHP or Blade in the actual project, but I could probably do that in a line of code right underneath the HTML image, and so they could easily be swapped just by commenting out and commenting a line of code. So yeah, let's give that a try. Alright, first things first. Let's link into Bootstrap. I think I'm on version 4.5. And then I should... While I'm developing it, I wonder if it'll be able to work with a local style sheet. Because then I could be saving the code into the project as we go. Where did the head go? There we go. Oh, no. Shit. It's because Chrome is... Okay, let's try that again. Okay, which one is our main style sheet? Those are Sensei. WP includes... No. Is this one? Come into sources, look under scripts. No, not scripts. Style sheets. Main. Eric, trying to load the source. This thing looks big. I don't know what this is, so let's just do the quick way. I'll come to, let's take the staging sites style sheet. So this is from a live server right here that will grab this. Which one do we want? I think we'll want this one right here. Copy link. And let's just pull this up real quick, take a look at it. Should just look like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Yeah, that's it. I need to optimize this CSS file, but the page speed's not bad right now, so I'll do that when I want to start doing some big speed optimizations. Let's write this in SCSS and save close. Now we will add Bootstrap in the JavaScript. Yeah, see, every time I open up localhost in Chrome, it like just gives it cancer, so I might have to reboot that real quick. Okay, Bootstrap 4.5.3. Okay. So this is how you start like a basic boilerplate that's like a sandbox from that project, if that makes sense. And we'll call this courses component grid component. And then we'll give it a version. Alright, so we're going to write this in Bootstrap, grid. So first we'll need a div with we'll just do a container first. Within the container, we will do a row. Within the row, we will do a column of, I think we can just do column small or medium. And then in order to see this, let's set a height and a width. Let's just make it square for now so I don't have to think too much about it. We'll do 250. Width 250. Background red. Okay, it's not taking the width from it, but that's fine. So that's not really what I wanted. Anyways. So now I'll just duplicate this a few times. Okay, so now this is starting to take form a little bit. We'll want to have a fourth one. Okay. See, this is the one thing about writing it in CodePen is I can't really utilize all the powerful tools that the text editor has. So let me create a duplicate document basically for it in the text editor. I'll include that in the project file. We can just do a PHP file actually. So we'll come into our theme. Views, partials, components. Create a folder called courses. A new file called grid.blade.php. And then, oops, and we can just paste it in here. Okay, now we can get rolling a little bit on this. So start putting something in here. Let's do an H3. That'll be the style guide kit. Now I can refer back to the design. So it's just got some small text down here. 23 videos, 4 hours. just gonna mute that text so it's a light gray. It's a class that I already have set up. Style guide kit. 23 to 48 videos. I don't really know what the point of the thumbs up is. We'll leave that out for now. So then there will be an image up here. For now, let's just make it as a div. And we can put this inside of it. Alright, so we can see that starting to come in. Let's adjust this height. We actually want it to be a different dimension, so let's say like 150. Oh, weird. There we go. Okay, so that's starting to take shape a little bit. Let's take this and duplicate it 3 times. And change the colors again. Next thing we want to do is have a card that wraps this, so change this to card. And let's see what that does. Okay, now you can see that they're wrapped. Kind of hard to see, it's just a slightly lighter dark gray. So I want to put some padding in between them, or actually margins. So let's do MX3. Let's try that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now on this width, for the width, let's try 100, see what that does. Okay, that's better. Okay, and there's actually a way in Bootstrap that this card image should be done. Let's look that up. Yeah. So that is, the image is card image top. I think I could apply that to the div. Basically it would just remove the margins around it. And then, yeah, so let's select all of these. each top. And then these, we should do a div of card body. That'll make them look a little bit better. And let's see how this is starting to look. Okay. Let's give it some space up here so that it just looks good. I'm wondering why there's the padding on the sides, but I don't think that really matters on the sides. All we really want is the tops to be flush. Okay, so we have the complete case study. The perfect proposal. Paid in full. Now we'll duplicate the row. The legal kit. The pitch kit. Brand messaging kit. Show your work bundle. I'll probably turn the bundle into a different component later, but just for now. Okay, we want to get rid of this MT5 in the container, and we're going to put it in the row. And that should give us some space in here. Okay, so that's starting to take form. Chris Doe is not a big fan of centering text like this, I don't think. Bonsai does that quite a bit, but not all the time. Mostly when I do it, it's for mobile ease of use, for like responsiveness and stuff. But I don't think it needs to be centered in this case. I think we can build a similar looking component without centering it all. So this is starting to look pretty good. Let's start pulling some images in. I think the fastest way to do that is to copy the sources from design code. I don't know if that would typically be legal to do. I mean, not in production, but I'm not hesitant about it at all, because he has a service called shape.so, shape2, and all of these graphics that he uses, it's a downloadable library. You just pay a price for like year access or so, and a bunch of cool icons. But beyond the icons, I really like, let's see, I'll go to the app. Come into illustrations. Where is it? Yeah, these illustrations are dope. Animated icons. Animated illustrations. Oh, are these new? I didn't see these before. But yeah, under illustrations, I like to go into like, is it composition? Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of cool categories. You can customize the colors in the SVG, download them. But for speed of rapid prototyping, I'm just gonna come in here, come into the courses page, and then I'll find the source and link them into the code pen. Ooh, that's a really cool animation. Hover animation. It's not quite as responsive as I would hope, but it's pretty good. Okay. I can just copy this whole line actually. Class is card image top. And then so would it be designco.io/images? No. This is just like a path to that file. Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. That's the URL we're looking for. So I'll do that as the source. That looks correct. Cool. So let's just continue doing that. Does it break if it doesn't have this HTTP right here? No? Okay, I can just copy it directly then. Just trying to speed up this process here. This just bugs me that it's green though, so I'll keep adding that. One thing we should do is take this card image top. We could probably just do this at the end if we wanted, but it needs to be right there. Okay, so this is really starting to take shape now. You can see how I've built these components in CodePen. So this is a web tool that I could share with anyone. I could share this URL right here. You could pull this up. You could start changing around this code. You could copy and paste it into your own project. And it's not even written in PHP, so it could be done on any type of website. And I'm going to do some more work on these components, just as you can see. If I go back to the reference, these still look a lot better. I'm probably not going to go this colorful. Maybe I will for the Bonsai version. Definitely not for the future version, I wouldn't think. Potentially. I could mess around with it. I'm not really sure what the point of this thumb is right here. You have to be signed in to give a thumbs up, I guess. I think that's probably more for show, not like a very useful function. These icons are cool. These hover animations are really cool. Build a web app with React hooks. So this is a pretty cool landing page for the awesome design. Anyways, there's some more work that could be done. I'll definitely be doing it more in my own style and not copying this directly. Can kind of look at some of my other components as like a feel. So I'll probably be doing like some badges I really like using the badges. And these outlines, these small little texts used in combination with the badges. Be trying to add some stuff like that, and then definitely some icons. Icons are where it's at. I love little icons. So I'm gonna take a little break, and when I come back in about 15 minutes, we'll get started on really dialing in these components. Alright, I'm back. So these components are really starting to take shape. Basically, we could just duplicate this all the way down, but I think this is a fair amount to start with for a component. Let's test it on mobile. Yeah, we definitely don't want it to be column small. Let's see what happens if we change it to medium. We might even want to try large. To test different screen sizes, but I'm just going to do it in Chrome Developer Tools. So just click this button right up here, and then I can select the screen size I want to test it on. Let's go iPad Pro. It seems really small, but that looks pretty good. We'll probably bring the heading size down on these H3s just so that they fit a little better as a title. And then let's try the iPad. Oof. Yeah, that's really ugly. So, let's see what happens if we do, instead of column medium, let's do column large. I can specify these a little more in depth by adding a number after them, and then specifying certain widths at different screen sizes. But if you can keep it as just a simple version, then there's some advantages. When you build it into the loop, you can just add a brand new poster course automatically into it. That way, without having to specify a size. Okay, those are all column larges now. Let's see what happens when we put that in. Okay. Now, is that too big? Okay, let's try it by specifying some sizes and just start from there, because I think that'll give us a lot more control. So, hit column large. We'll specify a size. We'll say, so it's a 12 column grid. If we want 4 of them, then we'll do 3 each. So that's on large, and then on medium, we'll say 4. I would allow 3. And then column small, let's say 2. Sorry, not 2, it'd be 6. Because I would split the 12 column grid in half. Let's give that a try. Okay, doesn't look too bad on the iPad. I'm not quite sure what the deal is over here. Let's try iPad Pro. Okay. See, that's the problem with going 3. So we can't go 3 there unless we want to do something fancy. So let's simplify it. Change the small to medium, and then we'll just get rid of these mediums. What screen size is this? It's like it can't quite fit. I wonder if these margins are affecting it. Let's try removing these for now. We'll have to figure out a better way that doesn't mess with the grid. Okay, so that's working. What happens if we add padding to the card? Say PX2. Okay, that does not give us the desired result. That breaks the grid. So I think we want to separate the card from the grid. If we want to do this correctly. Okay. First we can get rid of this throughout the project, throughout the component. And then we should be able to find 8 of these. Take that whole line, go down to the next div, close out that div. Now we're gonna cut, new div, card, paste. Okay, everything's in line, it looks like. Alright, now let's grab these cards. Nope. There we go. Grab 8 of those, and we should add MX3. Let's see if that fixes our problem. I think we did it. Okay, I think we can tone that down a little bit now. 3 seems a little excessive. Oops. Let's try 2. That looks really good in dark mode, if I do say so myself. We could add accent colors here under some of this metadata. I'd also like to add some badges and perhaps like a call to action button. Does it need a call to action button? I don't think so. No, not really. But last step will be like adding animations, hover animations. They'll be pretty subtle. I don't want it to lag performance. But I think this is looking really good. They seem a little small. I don't know if they're too small. It's almost like this container is making it really small. Did I make the container smaller than normal? See, that looks a lot better. Let's just do what? PX 3? PX 5. Only thing I don't like about doing that instead of using container is that it doesn't always translate to smaller screen sizes. It doesn't look too bad actually. Probably want it to be 0 on the on mobile. I might have even made a custom class for that. But let's see if Bootstrap's done anything cool with the. Oh, I'm like, where'd Chrome go? It's just tiny. Container fluid, responsive breakpoints. I just want to see what container fluid does. I just want to see. Does that do anything? Yeah, I mean it adds a small container. I think that's good. And now your component can just be wrapped in a bigger container if you want to have more control. So I'd say it's pretty good for a component. We didn't have to add any styling. Let's start customizing it just a little bit more. So 23 video, 4 hours. Okay. Grab 8 of these, and let's do those as separate. I'm gonna try text muted, which is a bootstrap one. It should make it a little darker, which would actually mute it more. Oops. Yeah. That looks good. Now we just got some space. All right. Well, what else could I add that would actually be useful right now? I think we can keep it pretty basic for now. We're just kind of building a wireframe as we design and code it at the same time. This is a process that it's not very typical while you're designing it and coding it at the same time. So just kind of giving an insight into how that's done for rapid prototyping. I think it's the fastest way. It's kind of difficult because it requires a broad range of skills, but if it can be done, it can save tons of time. Okay, so I've been going for about 2 hours today. I think I'm gonna take a break, get some dinner, maybe I'll come back later, maybe I'll work on something else. Not sure if I'll stream, but either way, when I'm back streaming, I'm just gonna keep building these components until we have a few components that we can pull in together and really watch the courses page come together. So I will see you guys later.